Hey, welcome back to the Carrot Whiteboard Strategy Sketch. I've got Super Carrot here with me. If you are a Carrot customer and you don't have Super Carrot yet, connect with our support. Relay the successes you've had in the past 60 days. And we'd love to get out a Super Carrot or a Farmer Carrot or one of those carrots because we want to make sure we're celebrating those successes with you and we mail you cool stuff, okay? So make sure you're sharing the successes with us. Not just like, hey, I like you guys. Share a real one. All right, I closed this deal. Here's where it came from, this and that, whatever. Share the successes, guys and gals. Hit us up on support in our live chat. So a question we get very often is, what should I do for my marketing? And we're going to be doing a series of strategy sketches on this topic because we can't cram it all into like 5 or 8 minutes to change your world on marketing in 5 or 8 minutes. But what we can do is help make you help you have a minor mindset shift in this video, and then look at the other strategy sketches and mastermind calls if you're a Carrot customer. We have some Carrot casts in this as well. They'll go dive in deeper on these topics. But do you have a big budget for marketing or a small budget? For me, when I say big budget versus small, I'm meaning $500 or less is a small budget, and over $1,000 a month or more is a bigger budget. Okay, in between that, it's kind of you're just kind of a no man's land. But if you're under $500 a month in marketing budget, you can still make it work. You just have to work a little bit harder. You have to be choosy on what you use that money for, and you're going to have to really set very clear expectations on what's going to happen. I'm going to walk you through some really cool things you should be doing to guide where you invest that money with your marketing budget. Okay. So first off, like I said, we're going to be focusing on under $500 a month is a smaller marketing budget, and over $1,000 a month is a bigger one. And I want to kind of direct your eyes over here first. We've got this little matrix here, and we've got the cost right here in the matrix, and we've got time down here. And whenever we launch any marketing campaign, we always want to be very clear about how much time it's going to take us to get results and about how much it's going to cost to get there, okay? Because you want to make sure that your return on investment calculation is something that you can actually calculate your return on investment. We have an entire whiteboard strategy sketch on that topic, how to calculate your ROI and your marketing budget that you should be using in your marketing. So go check out that other episode. But over here in low cost and quick, so low cost, low time, you've got knocking on doors, going out. You can walk out your house today and start knocking on doors and talking to sellers. Okay, you've got Craigslist. You can literally go away from this video and start posting Craigslist ads in your market, or going in there and reaching out to all the for sale by owners on Craigslist. And then through the search box, put in little qualifiers like the word motivated or fire damaged or something like that. And you can contact those people on Craigslist right away and say, hey, are you looking at selling your house? Okay, you could even go to the for rent by owner section in Craigslist and email all those landlords and say, hey, I know you're trying to rent the house, but if you'd be interested, I'd be willing to possibly buy this property from you. And oftentimes those landlords, because they're trying to rent it at that time, psychology-wise, no one likes to try to fill their properties or get tenants out. Everyone only loves it when there's a person in their property. So you're hitting them at a point where they're having a pain. See if they'll be able to willing to sell their house to you. You have bandit signs. You can get these up this weekend. They're going to cost you a little bit of money. Over here, you've got direct mail. It's going to be a little bit more money for sure, but you can get that out pretty quick. You can have a direct mail piece created pretty darn quickly if you're working with the right people, like my cameraman behind here in their company. And then it's probably going to take a week or two to get in their mailboxes, some time to get some calls coming in. So it's going to take a little bit of time. You've got pay-per-click. Okay, you can have pay-per-click coming in immediately, like within the next 3 hours. You can have leads come in a pay-per-click if you set things up correctly. But it's going to cost you some money. Okay, it's going to cost you some money, some time in learning how to do it. TV, radio, retargeting, SEO. Okay, so now we kind of laid out that landscape there for the different types of marketing that you can use as a real estate investor. And I'm not saying this is all inclusive. There's some other ones that we've missed for sure. But now let's pop back over here to these budgets over here. So if you have $500 a month or less, here's kind of what I would suggest you start with, and then dive into our other resources to learn how to do each one of these in detail. Okay, so the first thing I would start with if I was going into a new market is I would start posting Craigslist ads. I would do 2 ads in the morning, 2 ads in the evening to start. Over the period of 4 to 6 weeks, I'd ramp it up to about 4 ads in the morning, 4 ads in the evening, and then see if you can't get it higher depending on your market. Maybe 5 ads in the morning, 5 ads in the evening. Okay, we talk about the timing of your ads in another whiteboard strategy sketch and why those times are important. Check it out. Then, if I had a few $100 in there, I would probably go learn how to do pay-per-click myself, the basics of it, set up my account correctly, launch a website that performs well in pay-per-click, which all Carrot sites always do. Then you make your websites perform better by building credibility into them like we teach you. But then you can get that launched right away. And just set your budget really low and make your ads really targeted to very specific keywords. Same thing, there's no guessing here, guys. We're going to give you all that stuff. We have a report. If you go to oncarrot.com/PPC report, PPC-report, you're going to be able to find that report. oncarrot.com/PPC-report is going to give you the keywords that you should be focusing on and exactly how to set up your campaign for free. Next, I would start to focus on some search engine optimization. You'd probably be doing that yourself. You couldn't hire it out for $500 a month, okay? And go through good training. We have training here that we can walk you through. But get your foundation for SEO set here within the first 2 months, okay? Because SEO is going to take a long time, like we have here. It's going to cost a little bit of money, that's for sure, if you're going to hire it out. If you're going to do it yourself, it can cost you nothing, just your time, okay? But then it's definitely going to take some time. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 months, depending on the keywords you're going after, the competition around those keywords, and how well you're actually implementing an SEO plan, okay? So I would get that foundation started right now. So for the long term, you can start to build up that momentum with your SEO. While during the short term, you have traffic coming in from Craigslist possibly, and pay-per-click, and maybe you're doing some retargeting now. Learn about retargeting in some of our blog posts if you could. And then if you want to, get some bandit signs out there if your location allows you to and start hustling, okay? If you've got over $1,000 a month to invest, what I would suggest you do is a little bit different. I would dive into pay-per-click first, okay? Get someone on your team doing some Craigslist ads and get those going, the same cadence that I mentioned before, because Craigslist does work in many markets insanely well. And then I would start getting some pay-per-click going this week. Hire that out so you're not worrying about it, okay? For a good pay-per-click person, it's going to be between $500 and $1,000 a month that specializes in the real estate world. If you get someone cheaper than that, I would really question how good they are at the job probably. And then I would get retargeting going on there right away. Okay, and then next I would start getting my search engine optimization foundation set, and you can either do that yourself or have someone on your team do it, learning through our processes. And we have it really set up well to where if you're going to do it yourself or have someone on your team or even a virtual assistant do search engine optimization, we have very detailed training, step-by-step training. Then every single week we have what we call a Carrot coaching call. Every Tuesday, you or your assistant or someone on your team can hop on and say, hey, I'm right here, I want to rank here for this keyword phrase, what do I do next? Or I'm stuck, what do I do next? And we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do next. You don't have to pay us anything extra other than your normal monthly fee. So you do not have to be an SEO expert to do good with SEO. You have to have a good plan, you have to be consistent, and you have to have an expert that you can go to ask questions when you get stuck, okay? Next, I'd probably launch some direct mail, very targeted direct mail in your market if it works for your area. And then last, after you get those set and rolling, then I would see if radio and TV works for you. Some of our biggest clients, some of the biggest house buyers in the country say that TV is their number one source of advertising. And we've talked about in some other strategy sketches that if you do offline marketing well and combine it with your online marketing, it's actually going to have like this compounding effect. Because all of your TV is going to drive people to the web to search for your company name, for the name of the person that owns the company perhaps, for your phone number. And if your website's set up correctly to perform well, especially on mobile, you're going to capture more leads, okay? So down here, here's some tips. You gotta have patience, okay? If you're doing online marketing, and especially if you're focusing on SEO or retargeting or even pay-per-click, don't start your marketing and quit it 2 weeks out. Don't start it and quit it three months out, okay? Oftentimes your first month of pay-per-click with Facebook or Google or any of those is testing and tweaking. You know, your first month isn't gonna be that great, but you hope that you can get it better. So have patience, nail your budget, okay? Don't go into it saying, hey, I've got a few $100 a month, I'm gonna see what I can do with it. Go into it going, I'm gonna give this a real good hard shot for 6 full months if it's pay-per-click or direct mail or whatever, and here's my full budget that I've got, okay? And set aside like $5,000 or $3,000 or $1,000 or whatever it is that you have, and say that is my budget for 6 months, and I'm going to split it up between those 6 months so I can succeed, not blow it all in 1 month. Next, find ways to increase your budget, because if you're making your marketing work, you should find all the ways you can to spend more money in that marketing. If your marketing is returning $2 for every $1 you put out, find as many dollars as you can to shove in there. Okay, don't be scared about it. Know your numbers. You've got to know what your average profit per deal is. You've got to know how many leads it takes to turn into a deal. You've got to know those numbers so you can invest your marketing wisely. We have an entire Carrot strategy sketch on that topic, and then start small and expand. So hopefully this gives you a spot to start, and then explore in our other Carrot strategy sketches, our Carrot casts, and our blog posts to learn how to do more of it. And if you are a Carrot customer, hit us up on our weekly mastermind calls, because we dive into these deep every single week, and we're going to help you crush it.